The moment the CEO walked past him, she didn't even see his face, only the frayed sleeve of his jacket, the way he stood slightly to the side as if trying not to exist. And if you think this is just another story about power and pride, stay with me until the very end, because one single glance later would turn her entire world upside down. Before we begin, if stories that touch the heart, reveal hidden strength, and remind us of humanity matter to you, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because what happens next is the kind of story you'll carry with you long after it ends. Ethan Cole had learned the art of being invisible. As a single father, invisibility was sometimes a shield. No one asked why he always checked his phone at exactly 3:15 p.m., or why he never stayed late at work events. No one noticed the faint dark circles under his eyes or the careful way he spent money, counting every bill twice before handing it over. All they saw was a quiet man who showed up, did his job, and left without complaint. And on that particular morning, standing in the glass and marble lobby of Halston Industries, he was just another forgettable figure among suits and heels. Claire Halston, the CEO, moved through the lobby like a force of nature. People straightened their backs when she passed. Conversations died mid-sentence. She was known for her sharp mind, relentless standards, and a heart that many believed had long ago been replaced by spreadsheets and profit margins. Her schedule was ruthless, her expectations higher. When she brushed past Ethan without a glance, it wasn't personal. She ignored everyone unless they were immediately useful to her goals. Ethan had an interview that morning. Not for some grand executive role, just a mid-level operations position that promised stability. Stability mattered more than ambition now. His 6-year-old daughter, Lily, needed routine. She needed her father home for dinner, helping with spelling words and bedtime stories. So when the receptionist told him to wait, he waited patiently, hands folded, mind rehearsing answers he hoped would sound confident instead of desperate. The interview was brief, professional, cold. Claire skimmed his resume, noting the gaps, the job changes, the absence of glossy achievements. Her eyes flicked up only once, long enough to register that he looked tired. She thanked him curtly and moved on. In her mind, he was already forgotten. Weeks passed. Ethan didn't get the job. Life went on the way it always did, tight, exhausting, but fueled by love. Every morning he braided Lily's hair clumsily, every night he read to her until she fell asleep with her small hand gripping his finger. Some days were harder than others, especially when Lily asked questions he didn't know how to answer, like why her mom never came back or why other kids had more toys. Ethan answered with honesty softened by hope. One evening, fate placed Claire Halston back into Ethan's path, though she didn't know it yet. She attended a charity gala at a downtown hotel, a polished event full of donors, champagne, and carefully curated compassion. She stood near the balcony, half listening to investors praise her leadership, when her attention drifted to the courtyard below. There, under soft golden lights, stood Ethan. But he wasn't alone. He was kneeling slightly, speaking gently to a woman beside him. The woman laughed, brushing hair from her face, and Lily stood between them, holding both their hands. Ethan smiled, not the polite, restrained smile Claire remembered from the interview, but something open and warm, something that transformed his entire presence. He looked different, alive, strong, like a man carrying the weight of the world and still choosing kindness. Claire felt an unexpected tightness in her chest. She watched as Ethan helped Lily adjust her dress, the woman crouching to Lily's level, listening intently to whatever excited story she was telling. There was no pretense, no performance. Just connection. And for reasons she couldn't explain, Claire couldn't look away. That night, the image followed her home. It lingered as she poured a glass of wine, as she stood in her penthouse overlooking a city that suddenly felt very empty. She thought of her own life, the awards on the wall, the silence in the rooms, the choices she'd made to never let anything slow her down. She told herself she was fulfilled. She had always believed that.